Hi everyone, and welcome to Yoga with Leif and this daily yoga for flexibility class. Now this is a short little practice that you can do whenever you want, as often as you want, to really increase your flexibility. So the goal here, we're focusing mostly on our legs, and it's just going to be stretching loads. Now I have a pillow and a little stool here. You absolutely don't need this. I'm just having these extra props to show you guys how you can do this and maybe make some of these poses a little bit more comfortable for you. But if you don't have a stool, maybe you're doing this next to your couch or your coffee table, or you have a block or something like that. But without further ado, let's get started. Coming up to a wide-legged position here. Your toes are pointing straight forwards to the side of your mat. It's not too wide. You think like Prasarita Padottanasana. That's about the distance that we want to have. So we're going to hang over here, bending both of your knees if that feels better for you. Finding a little bit of length in our stomach, and we're going to start to notice and feel particularly the stretch in the back of our legs. So breathing in, finding some length here, and then we're going to start to drop the torso and the head. Maybe pushing the hips from side to side, noticing where the weight is underneath the soles of your feet as well. So you don't want to just be hanging back on your heels. It's actually, you might feel it a little bit more if you lean forwards. So the weight is a little bit more forwards on your feet. So notice where your thoughts are, what you're thinking about. We're going to try to bring our awareness into our body, so you can imagine that you're trying to listen with your entire body at the same time. If you feel like that might be difficult, or you're like, Leif, what are you even talking about? Then maybe just bring your awareness to one place in your body at a time. So right now, maybe just the back of your thighs, where we're trying to work the most. Just noticing how things are feeling and what's going on. And without really bringing any judgments here or opinions, we're just noticing. Okay, your toes, we're going to bring them over to the side here. So we're going to twist. I like to go up on the balls of my feet and then just twist my heels. So both of our legs are pointing in the same direction. So our toes pointing one direction, the knees pointing the same direction as our toe, always here. If it's a little bit too hard to come over here with straight legs, then start bending them. Or maybe here, right, we have our little prop. So the block or your sofa or something like that, maybe you're here. So the idea is to start activating the back of our legs, maybe the back of like the thighs and your calves here as well. So you want to try to work with a long, straight back. So we're also building some awareness and stability around in our core. And then that's going to also help us get the most out of this stretch. So just following your own tempo here, breathing out, maybe coming a little bit further and further over. Now the goal isn't to come down here with our torso, but it's to, of course, stretch. So it is that length that we're looking for. Okay, and if you notice that you're here with the curved back and bent knees, then come further up, and then try to find the length here, and then keep that length when we're moving forwards. Okay, that's where you're going to have the most growth in your flexibility. Couple more breaths. If you want to go a little bit further here, you can think of flexing the front foot. So you're lifting the front of your foot up from the floor and then pulling the toes towards you. Last breath. And the foot's coming down, we're dropping the back knee down to the mat. This is a good time to have a pillow, or maybe just fold your mat or something to put underneath your knee. I'm actually going to fold this double, and then it just makes it a little bit more comfortable for your knee. Foot a little bit further forwards, we're dropping the hips down, still engaging the core, finding the length. So even though this is a flexibility class, we're actually working quite a bit with our core as well. So you should feel after this class that, yeah, I've definitely been active. We're doing about 10 breaths in each pose. 5. Here, the front foot, you can imagine pulling it towards you, especially at the heel there. So you're pushing your foot down into the floor, then you're pulling forwards here, engaging the core. So you're almost thinking of tilting your pelvis forwards, yeah? 8, 9. How's it going, guys? You still in it? And 10. Okay, from here, we're gonna send the hips backwards, stretching the front or the back of the thigh again, and the back of your calf. So here, maybe you wanna keep your foot on the floor, or you can start flexing it, bringing the toes towards you. And then if you wanna play with rotating the leg outwards, so your knee and your toes are pointing out to the side, then you can do that as well. Noticing your hips here, that they're still squared, so we're not opening up our hips, okay? And also if you feel like it, right, length out to the top of your head, and then bringing all this forwards. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9, see if you can come a little bit further down. Last 2 breaths. And 10. Okay, very nice. Coming back up. Changing again, so we're doing the front of the thigh, coming forwards. Now here, it's gonna be a little bit of your choice. Maybe you just wanna be here, where we were. I wanna make sure that you're keeping your hips further forward no matter what we're doing, and down, okay? So maybe you stay here, you could go here, or if you wanna go even deeper into the pose, then this hand, right? The same hand as your foot, a little bit further forward out to the side here. So you have some weight, trying to find a twist in the body, and then maybe bend the knee and grab your foot, if that's available for you. You can also have a strap here, or a piece of clothing, maybe like a t-shirt or a sweatshirt, something like that, like just something that you can grab to pull here, or blanket, something. So you're holding here, and then you're feeling the stretch more downwards in the front of your thigh, so not just the front of your hips. Okay, we have 6 more breaths. 5. 4. 3. 2. No. You're releasing the back leg, twisting back, and then we're gonna go out towards Hanumanasana, so this splits. Get ready for it, guys. This is really nice if you have maybe one block on each side, or if you're doing this between your sofa and your coffee table. Really nice to be able to keep the body upright and then just slide out with the legs. But either way, here using blocks or not, so we're gonna stretch the back and the front at the same time. So getting into your pose, we just want to slide the legs down and out, keeping the hips parallel the whole time, so we're not cheating here and opening up the hips, right? We want to work on the flexibility here with parallel legs. So dropping the hips down, you can be flexed here or not, doesn't really matter, it's up to you. Then you're just working on engaging a little bit more in the back of your legs. So 10 breaths. 1, 2, listening with the body. 3, awareness and focus is inwards. 4, trying to release the legs, sinking further down. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last breath, 10. Okay, so yogi's choice to come back up to where we started. So maybe you just want to lean over to the side, drop your hips and collect your legs and come up. Or if you want to work a little bit harder, hands down, if this is available for you, pushing down through the hands and then just working our way up from here. So turning the legs back again, toes pointing straight. We can move our props over to the other side. So here, spending a moment first in the center, hanging over, same way as before. And then noticing if there's any difference here. Maybe you feel, oh, the back of the leg, the front of the thigh, yeah, it's a little bit different from side to side here. So again, the tension is inwards. We have a nice, calm, even breath. Trying to release the head and neck. Last breath. Okay, we're gonna rotate over to the other side. So bring our hips with us, our feet with us, toes pointing the same direction. Okay, so not pointing up to the side or a little bit diagonal forward, trying to really have them parallel here. Bending the knees if you have to, just a friendly reminder, coming further up. If you have that, if this flexibility to come further down isn't quite available for you yet. I'm just gonna bring my hands down here. For those of you that are here, right, we can still be working actively. So it's feeling the foundation down through your feet, straightening those knees, keeping the hips parallel. You're finding some length out to the top of your head, so your core is engaged. Also your shoulders, yeah? Why not take the moment here to work on how we're working with our arms and shoulders otherwise in the class. So rotating inside the elbows forwards, and then pulling your shoulders down into your back. And then bringing this whole thing down forwards. So even here, when we're just working on flexibility, we can also be working on building some stability in the body. Six. Seven. 8. 9. And 10. Maybe flex the front foot here as well, same as the last time. Just an extra couple of breaths. I think we spent a little bit more time on the first side, so we can go ahead and just catch up a little bit here on this side too. Okay, dropping the back knee, coming down. Nice moment to get a little bit of support under that knee. And then finding the stretch in the front of our thigh. So again, dropping the hips, long spine, pulling this front foot towards yourself. Knees down, or maybe you're up here instead. This is also totally fine. This actually feels better for me today to be further up. 2. 3. 4. You know, don't stress yourself here. Don't necessarily like look at me and be, you know, judging yourself based upon what you see right here and now, right? If you are further up, if you're not so flexible as I am, maybe you're even more flexible than I am, then, you know, have at it. Go even deeper into the poses. Just be sure, you know, that you're still stabilizing. But here, make sure that you're working with yourself, yeah? So you're really aware of what's going on the inside. That's why I'm talking about this, about listening and feeling, so that you can really pay attention and, okay, it's like, what's going on here, yeah? And is this okay? Is this comfortable? Or am I, maybe I'm doing things that are actually hurting and not feeling good? Then you should, you know, pull back a little bit and give yourself a break. You know, it's consistency is key. It's better to be doing stuff, a little tiny bit of stuff every day or a couple times a week, rather than just, you know, pushing yourself really hard every once in a while or even all the time. That's not good at all. You need to make sure we rest in between too. Okay, here we go. I am definitely talking over the time here. We're gonna straighten the front leg, sending the hips backwards. So again, here, trying to find some length, and then coming over. If you wanna work with flexing your foot and rotating outwards, then you can go ahead and feel free to do that. 1. 2. 3. 4. I don't know about you guys, but I'm definitely building up a little bit of warmth inside of my body now. 6. 7. 8, 9, and 10. Okay, doing the front of our thigh again. So if you remember here, coming forwards, maybe you want to lift your knee or keep your knee down, staying here, or you can try to go into the twist. Maybe you grab that prop, or if you need a strap or something to grab this foot behind here, then of course it's easy. Come up here, put the strap with the clothes around you, hold on to it, and so you're going down, and then you use that to help to pull your leg up. 2, 3. Also using our awareness to try to relax the muscles that we're stretching. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Gently here, releasing the leg. And we're gonna stretch out our legs towards the splits, Hanumanasana. So again, making sure not to open the hips. Grab your props if you need those to come slowly down. Stopping where you feel like, yeah, this is enough for you. Then we have 10 breaths. 1, 2. So fun fact, I guess. This exact sequence here, I've been doing this since I was about 15, 16, something like that. Remember, I learned some of these things in school, and then I put this together myself. Actually, no, it was before I was 15 or 16. I don't know, I'd have to look it up to be sure. But there was a summer, yeah, where I started doing this exact sequence here. And I've been doing it ever since. And that's kind of fun that I'm getting to share it with you guys. Okay, probably at 7. 8. Sinking a little deeper, 9. And 10. Okay, we're going to be making our way back up again to where we first started. So same way, here you can just sit down to the side, collect your legs and come up, or hands down again, pushing down through, working with the core, and then lifting ourselves up. Coming around to center. Noticing if there's any difference here as well, or maybe we're feeling a little bit more equal. Just hanging over, moving the weight a little bit forwards and backwards, hanging over, trying to release where we can. So what's left here now is the inside of our thighs. So wherever you are, hands down on the floor or on your coffee table or mat or something, and we're gonna start walking our feet outwards. So here, still keeping the toes pointing one way. It's trying to stretch our legs. If the knees are bent, that's okay. Now, if you're up here, it's okay to support yourself on your thighs, but don't be pushing on your knees, yeah? Neither here or downwards. That's not so good. So rather that you have your hands on the floor or on a block or something else. So just walking the feet out, woo, until you feel the stretch in the inside of your thighs. We're gonna stay here for 10 breaths. 1, 2, working with the arms, same kind of a way, no matter where we are, using our shoulders, pulling them down into our back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we're going to try to sit back down or sit down, which would then be walking our hands backwards and coming down. Now, if this might be a little bit too difficult for you, then, you know, work your legs back up together and then just come down to a sitting position. Kind of whatever works for you here. So I'm just gonna make sure I'm sitting on my mat. You could also bring your pillow to have underneath you if that feels a little bit more comfortable. So we're gonna start with our hands down, pushing our hips forward. Again, feeling that stretch here, making sure that we're not collapsing in our legs, but we have this external rotation. So knees and toes pointing upwards towards the ceiling, maybe even slightly backwards too. Letting some length in our spine, opening the heart here. And then we're gonna have 10 breaths. If you wanna go a little bit further or deeper, you can bring your hands here in front of you, still trying to keep that length and the openness in your legs, and then walking forwards. Maybe you come down on your forearms. If you have a block, it's also really nice to have down here to rest under your forehead, so you can relax your neck. 4. 5. 8. Try to release and go a little bit further. Last 2 breaths. 9. And 10. Starting to release the pose, collecting the legs. Shaking them out. And then we're going to find a nice, comfortable sitting position. So whatever works for you. Just going to take a moment here, hands resting, wherever works for you as well. Trying to find some length in our spine, the shoulders, make sure they're down in our back, so not like tilting forwards. We have a little openness going on the front here. Long neck, sending an energy out through the top of our head, closing our eyes, maybe chin a little tiny bit downwards. Take 3 deep breaths. 1. Releasing. 2. Focus inwards. 3. How do you feel? Bringing our hands together in front of our heart. And thank you all very much for today. Namaste. Okay, thank you very much for joining me today's class. And again, you know, if you ever want to work on your flexibility, this is a great, very specific class for flexibility. And if you want to increase your flexibility, try to do this at least like 2-3 times a week. The more the merrier. You could do this one every single day as well. And then you're definitely going to notice a big increase in your flexibility. Let me know down in the comments what you thought about this class. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Peace, namaste, have a fantastic day.